Okay, so I've not done a piano tutorial in a really long time, and the last one was like a fast music kind of tutorial. Um, but tonight I'm going to do kind of like the basics of how I learned to play. Um, of course, the first chord most people learn to play in is C, at least when you're learning to play in church. But a lot of people get confused when I'm playing because I'll be making a C. And they're like, what chord are you making? That looks like G, but it's really C. So the reason why it looks like that is because there's like a bunch of different ways to make one chord. So, of course, you got your basic C, but then you keep going down. This is C. That's C. It just goes all the way down all the octaves. The C chord is made out of the C note, E note, G note. So it doesn't matter where you're making it as long as you're hitting those notes. So you can make it here, 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 and all the way down. So if you're wanting to play, like, say you want to play a pretty slow song, one thing that I always do though is I add this little note right here in there with it. Kind of a little inverted chord. Okay, so now let's say you're wanting to play a slow song in C. It's like, let's say, I Know the Man. G, F. So slow songs aren't as hard as fast songs, obviously, because you got a little bit more time to make your chord. But there's all different types of things you can do. I always make most of my chords like this. I just add the extra G in up here, because the more notes you hit, most of the time, it makes for a prettier sound. And it's good to do a little roll, and we'll learn the roll. Okay. Overlook my skanky looking keys. Sorry, this was gifted to me. Hallelujah. But anyway, it's going to be like if you're playing in C and you want to do this little roll. It's going to be G, C, D, and G, and you're just going to roll it back and forth. So it's but you do it kind of fast. Okay, and another thing you can do to make it pretty is anyways, I'll keep this little lesson short, but yeah, slow songs, there's a lot of different ways to make one chord, so let's go back at this little kind of recap. Here's your C's, and then G's, but this is with every chord. I mean, every chord you can make it the whole way up the keys. You got all these, you got octaves, and every octave you can make those chords every time. Here's F. And the reason why I'm showing this is because if you learn to play your chords all the ways, it is so easy transitioning back and forth. Because, like, if you're making your C here, let's say if you just play your chords like the original way that most people learn how to play them. If you're playing in C, say you're playing, and you have to go all the way over here to hit your F. Well, if you play like this, all you got to do to change to F is this. Your finger's staying in the same place, your pointer. G, right there, you don't have to move for it. So yeah, really helpful to learn.